It's always good to have a plan B, and C, and D. The Israeli government has a problem figuring out what to do with the 35,000 plus illegal African migrants in the country. They tried to get them to leave voluntarily by imposing prison terms and restrictive working conditions. The Supreme Court said that couldn't go on forever. The United Nations arranged a deal to resettle half of the migrants in Western countries, but Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's right-wing coalition would not accept the other half being allowed to stay in Israel. Deals to forcibly deport the migrants to Rwanda and Uganda either fell apart or never had substance to begin with, and a special envoy sent to Uganda came home Monday morning without an agreement in hand. So now it's on to the Israeli parliament, where a proposal is being floated by the Jewish Home Party to create legislation that would bar the Supreme Court from striking down migrant-related legislation. Not to be outdone by his right flank, Netanyahu announced last week that he wanted to take it a step further and render the Supreme Court powerless on all matters related to parliamentary legislation, a move that would turn the balance between Israel's judiciary and its legislature on its ear. Netanyahu has since taken a step down and is slated to meet this week with Supreme Court President Esther Hayut to discuss a way forward. Attorney General Avichai Mandelblit has stepped in and offered a compromise that he could sign off on. The Supreme Court could still strike down legislation by a two-thirds vote, but the Israeli parliament, the Knesset, could override it with the approval of 70 members, 9 more than a simple majority, but more than exists now in the coalition. The latest problem, though, is about more than migrants. It's about the balance of power, and it's about internal political one-upsmanship. Does anyone have a plan E? Mike Wagenheim, I-24 News.